the Partycade has really become an inexpensive way to get an Arcade1Up without shelling out a lot of money, because, you know, these things are really going up in price. But there's also some interesting things about the Partycade you may not know. Like, for a quick example, it uses the same monitor as the 3/4 scale. So when it comes to playing the game, you're going to have a very similar experience. Now, of course, this is something that you're going to hang on the wall, right? Or hang on a door and put on a table. And, you know, the control panel is a lot smaller. It's going to be different, but a lot of people don't know that key feature, that it is the same screen size. So that's interesting. Also, it allows Arcade1Up to come out with a different set of models. I know a lot of people have been interested in this Defender cabinet for a while. I mean, I saw a Partycade for Defender, I think it was E3 2019 when they first showed the possibility of doing it. It's a good thing that they didn't come out with it then, because it probably would have only came with like 3 games. But let me show you something on the website here that you gotta know. So QVC.com, and this is true for HSN as well. If you go and you're trying to find that 40th anniversary Defender that everyone's talking about, you might have a hard time finding it because it's right here in the Super Pac-Man. They do this thing where with the Partycades, they kind of bundle them together. So this is the Arcade1Up 10-game Partycade Plus, and it has 3 variants. And sometimes you'll see these little guys disappear and reappear. But today we're going to be talking about Defender. And the set of games that are on here are really cool because you look at it, they're all like that same genre. Like they're kind of older games. You got Gore, Sinistar on here. This is going to be a horizontal, which looks pretty good because of a lot of these games are horizontal, but I think Sinistar is vertical. So they did throw that in there. But take a look at the controls, because these are not the games that I play constantly, so I don't know these games really, really well. And I know there's some huge fans out there that know these games like the back of their hand. I'd love for you to comment down below. I will pin the best comment to the top that describes these games and what's good about this cabinet or what's bad about this Partycade. But look at the controls. I know when it came to the Rampage, that first series of Arcade1Up, the first gen that had Defender on it, people were like, you're going to bump into the other controls. But this is not the first time that Arcade1Up has done Defender in its own like marquee title. They also did it here. It's $449 for this one, but this is really just a reskin Mortal Kombat. If you take a look at it, it is the Mortal Kombat Legacy Edition. Just kind of rotated the games and the order. Defender is to the top because it actually has, if you look at it, the same control panel as Mortal Kombat. Now, why would they do that? Well, the reason why they did it is it's pretty inexpensive for them to take an existing mold that they've already spent all the money for. They got to spend money for the development and integrating all of those games, you know, using specific commercial emulators and getting all the on-screen displays and settings and options that you'd want on these cabinets. They've already paid all that money. And the shape and design, they've already paid for all of that to be molded and manufactured. The only thing they have to do is swap out the artwork. But that means when they do that, you're going to get the same control panel layout as like the Mortal Kombat. But with this one, this allows them, it's a Partycade. So I'm guessing these must be much less expensive to manufacture in the sense of product and development and time, being that it's only $219. And let's talk about that. This is a Black Friday special at $219, and it's a pretty good deal. The Partycades that I got, the best deal that I've ever got on a Partycade is $199. And I made some videos on that, did some reviews on it. I talked about how inside the hardware of this, it's actually compatible with their 3/4 scale cabinet. So like, as an example, you could probably take the PCB from this Partycade and put it in the bigger one, if that's something that you wanted to do. There's a lot of different people that do different things. And I'm not encouraging you to do that. You may not want it. I just want to let you know that they're compatible. And I made an entire video about that. And some of the complaints people have about these Partycades, mine included, is how there's this short control panel, right? I mean, what are you going to do? Like, they're trying to save money. They're trying to package that 17-inch screen into a smaller form factor, and it doesn't really have a lot of room. But there's actually an upgrade, a mod that you can do that I've been really excited about, where you can extend the control panel. Now, this is probably best done on the Street Fighter Partycade, because 99 Lives, their website, they actually have like this modded attachment that you can get that widens the control panel, and I could see the appeal for this. But I got a couple questions for you, especially if you're a really big Defender fan. What do you think of this games list? Of course, this doesn't have the Mortal Kombat games, which is a completely different genre, but it looks like it has a lot of these kind of older midway titles that if you like Defender, you probably really like Gorf, right? Or Tapper and Joust. I know I have a brother-in-law that these are his favorite games. Like, this would be a really good present for my brother-in-law, because one of his favorite games of all times is actually Joust, but he didn't really like the Rampage cabinet. He didn't want to pick that up. But if it was if it's a Defender and it has Rampage on it, that's fine, but he'd probably want like something like Defender. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think. And the reason why I'd like to hear some comments is every Sunday at 7 p.m. I have a podcast that's right here on this channel. So if you want to listen to that, hit subscribe. And this is something that I want to talk about this week. And I'll have a little link here if you're watching it in the replay, where we're going to dig into this a little bit more about this cabinet. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me about the passion. Tell me about the games that I got to check out, because a lot of these games I haven't played. Sinistar is not a game that I know in and out that I've ever beat. Is it a good game? Like, is that something I should be playing? Like, maybe I should, right? So this is the Black Friday special for 2021 season, and I'm really curious if you think this is a good price. Now, the reason why I think it's a good price is if you go look at the other PartyCades that are available, some are $2.99, and sometimes we'll see a deal for $1.99, but the fact that they put this out there right away, this is the new Defender 40th anniversary, and it's already at that lower price, that's pretty good. And last time, there was a new set of PartyCades, the one that I got for $1.99. I put out a video and I was like, this is really good for $1.99. And then a couple months later, the price went up to $2.99. And all these people were complaining on the video. They're like, what are you talking about? It's $2.99. I'm like, well, it was $1.99 when I made the video, and the video was about that deal. So here we are again. It's $2.19 right now for the Black Friday season of 2021. And maybe if you're watching this sometime summer 2022, go to HSN and see what the price is. Comment down below. Let me know. Like, is it out of stock? Is the price going up? Were you able to get the deal for $2.19? I'm really interested. But out of all of these, like the Galaga, they've done a ton of Galaga, but this is another common thing they're doing. It's a real diverse set of games. I mean, if you're going to do Galaga, it's going to have the 4 Galaga games. That's pretty cool. I mean, you're going to get Gapless, Galaga 88, Galaxian, and Galaga. They finally did it. They put all 4 of those Galagas on a single cabinet. And this is the interesting thing that I say. If you look at this Galaga, I'd kind of want this in a 3/4 scale. If you're into Defender, I bet you want this in a 3/4 scale. And maybe Arcade1Up is testing the market. They're like, well, let's put Defender with this set of game, this lineup, and let's see if it sells. Because if it sells, it's probably selling because this is a good lineup. And maybe that would encourage them to not only make this one, but to make a 3/4 scale version of something similar. Maybe instead of coming out with a midway version that's basically a Mortal Kombat reskinned, that has basically the same games list, instead of doing that, then what if they did this, but it has this lineup? And then again, I don't know these games really well, so I need to hear from you. If they did this on a 3/4 scale, is this button layout the one that you want? Now, there's another thing that I want to point out. If you look at Galaga, this is the newer version of Galaga. I don't see a USB port, and I don't see a headphone jack. And although it's called a PartyCade Plus to indicate the PartyCade Plus portable. Wait a second. Is this portable? Why is it called portable? It's not battery operated, right? Why are they calling it portable? This is confusing me now. I don't see anything in here about it being battery operated. So is it just portable, meaning you can move it around the house? Why would they use the word portable? Now I'm upset about that. But here's the point. I don't see USB. I don't see headphone. Go to Super Pac-Man. I don't see USB, and I don't see the headphone. There's also, I don't really know if it comes with a light-up marquee. You scroll down below, look for the word light-up and marquee. I don't see it. Am I wrong? Are they going to update does it actually come with one? So why does the PartyCade Plus have what appears to be less than the Street Fighter that came out a couple months ago that does have the light up marquee. And maybe it's just a mistype and it does, but let me go back to Defender. This is interesting. You look at Defender, I can't really tell if it's a light up marquee. It doesn't really say in the description. This is a new post. Maybe they'll update it later. But look closely. I see a USB port. I see headphone jack. So that's going to allow you, like say the Rampage is a multiplayer game. And so there's only one joystick. So you'd be able to, jump and eat people. But then they give you that USB port so you can plug in a second controller. And one person can stand there. And another person can kind of stand right about there and try to play Rampage with you. So anyway, let me know what you think of the new Defender. Is this something that you'll be picking up? Is it a must buy or is it a pass? Let me know down in the comments and we'll see you in the next video.